Hey guys, Lawa-Na McClellan with Lawa-Na Company, Keller Williams, Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty, and I'm here with Scott Mertens with Luminate Bank, and we are in Dover, New Hampshire today for our Clarity in Housing series.
We're in my backyard. This is where my office is located, and we're about to visit one of my favorite eats, La Dolce Vita in downtown Dover. Let's go check out what's on the menu.
Don't mind if we do. Let's go. Guys, we're here at Scott's favorite spot, La Dolce Vita in downtown Dover, New Hampshire, and we are here with Erin. Erin is new here to the establishment, but she is local, born and raised. Erin, what do you think about this spot?
I love this spot. It's beautiful, it's great, the restaurant's wonderful, the staff's wonderful, and the food's amazing.
Great, what's your favorite dish?
I'd have to say the porcini mushroom ravioli with the scallops is amazing.
Sounds delicious. What do you see people order most when they come in?
There's a mix. Definitely the mussels are huge for the appetizer, and then all around with everything, seafood dishes, lobster ravioli is very popular as well.
Phenomenal. Well guys, if you haven't checked out La Dolce Vita yet in downtown Dover, do yourself a favor and get in here. The atmosphere is so warm and inviting, very elegant, and what a great spot. Good job. Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. Hey guys, Lawa-Na McClellan here with Lawa-Na Company with Keller Williams, Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty. I am here with Scott Mertens of Luminate Bank, and we are here to deliver you an update in the Dover, New Hampshire market as a part of our Clarity in Housing series.
Month of May.
Here we are. It's my birthday month.
My birthday month, tomorrow, just to make
Wait!
sure. Yes!
I forgot!
Tomorrow. Memorial Day, eventually this rain will go away and maybe we can start to enjoy some outdoor activities. Here's hoping.
Hopefully you can golf tomorrow.
Maybe.
My birthday's next Friday.
All right.
What are you going to be? 51?
Older. I'm going to be older by 1 year.
I am going to be the lucky 4-4.
Ah,
I'm taking this year.
let's do it.
Claiming it. All right, guys. So we wanted to focus on Dover, New Hampshire's market for the month of May. And how are we doing?
Busy.
Very busy.
Very busy. That's where our office is. So it's our backyard. We're monitoring a lot, a lot of listings, a lot of activity, a lot of inquiry. I'm curious to hear what you have for actual numbers.
Yeah. So the median home sale price in Dover hovers around 4.5. And in the month of April, we closed out. So as of May 1st, we closed out closing 52% of homes above list price.
Okay, that's pretty good. We're seeing that.
Yeah, we're seeing that still, but we are also seeing a little shakedown.
It's good for us as lenders. We're starting to see some concessions come back, whether these are in the form of closing cost concessions, interest rate buy downs,
Yep.
opportunities. We still have plenty of homes that are going above with hyperactivity, but we are seeing some of those homes that are in that 350 to 550 that there's some negotiation taking place. Maybe it's an aged home, a little bit of softer inventory on that side, but it's nice. We've got a dynamic market, which creates opportunities for buyers and sellers.
So I was just going to say, there are some opportunities out there, which is refreshing for a lot of buyers. So let's be real, 2024, it was kind of a little strenuous for a lot of buyers, and probably a good reason why 70%, guys, of buyers put the pause on buying a home in 2024.
We still have a huge pipeline of buyers that were pre-approved that didn't transact. Numerous reasons for this, right? Lack of inventory, affordability issues, uncertainty.
Yeah.
We talk locally most of the time about what we do, but nationally, 2024 had the least amount of transactions in 40 years. That shows you it was a slow year.
Yeah.
So if you had a bad year and you're a professional, don't worry about it. Some of that's market driven, but we're seeing that demand, that pent up demand really starting to come out now. Of course, May is the start of our spring buying season. For us, it probably started in March, but a lot of people were delaying transactions. So Dover looks good.
Yeah, Dover's looking good. The Seacoast is looking good in general, but I will say there has been an uptick in activity from buyers on homes that have been kind of just hanging on the market for a minute, which there are a few, you know? So opportunities out there, I think that's the key. So if you are one of those buyers that was putting the pause on, maybe revisit that.
Yeah, freshen up your pre-approval, get updated interest rates because it's been volatile, specifically because of the tariff activity.
Yep.
Things are starting to settle down a little bit, but we like where Dover's at.
Where the rates at?
Everywhere. You know, today actually we're filming, it's Fed Day. So the Fed's going to make an announcement today about interest rates. It's going to be a big fat zero today. I probably shouldn't predict things. In about 38 minutes we'll know, but the expectation is that the Fed's not going to do anything. They're really stuck between their dual mandate of stable employment and price stability, or full employment and price stability. So we don't expect them to do much overall in the interest rate environment. We're still in those high sixes. If you're going through a New Hampshire housing program, maybe you're in the high fives. So ask us about that if you can qualify. It's the best sauce in town right now if you can make it. But, you know, relatively stable. Fannie Mae adjusted their end of year forecast. They're thinking low sixes. Mid to low sixes by the end of the year, and then slowly declining. But we've had this choppiness due to the tariffs, due to uncertainty. But after this meeting, we think things are going to settle down a little bit. The 90-day pause on tariffs. I heard somebody call April 4th Liberation Day, some trade liberation. I don't know about that. But that 90-day pause should end. We get a little bit of stability, and that's usually what's good for interest rates and borrowers' expectations.
So, guys, if you are thinking about buying, and you're thinking about revisiting buying because maybe you were trying to and you had to put the brakes on, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Scott or both of us and get yourselves pre-approved, get it updated. Let's update and refresh where you're looking and what your budget looks like, and talk about strategy on how to get you into a home.
Great opportunity right now. Like we said, there's a little bit of negotiation space on certain properties with the right people. So we think it's a great opportunity to transact this year.
Absolutely. Get in touch.
Thanks.
Hey guys, today Scott and I wanted to shine the spotlight on Southern Dover's newest community, Point Place. This community is a blend of rentals all the way up to 55 plus. I mean,
attached condos, detached condos, and this association provides all the amenities you could possibly want right at your fingertips. You could walk out your snow shoveled walkway, get a fresh cup of coffee right here over my shoulder at Stella's. You could exercise right over here, fitness. And then, of course, financial services. Anything you could need is really right at your fingertips without needing your car.
And that was really the thought process behind this development, was to give this end of Dover its own little piece of Dover, a community.
Yeah, it's a great location, easy place to commute from. You can get to Portsmouth in about 8 minutes, really convenient. And everything you need is really right here.
Absolutely. And I have recently had the pleasure of closing one of the resale units in building 65, which is right to the left here. And I just sold unit 301, which was the right back corner unit. Absolutely stunning. We sold that for $740,000. The gentleman that had purchased that lived in it under a year, and for life reasons, he needed to shift and move.
Somebody else won on that, it sounds like, right?
Somebody else won on that. That unit was absolutely stunning. So as you can see, there are still more units available in building number 55. These are marketed by Streamline Communities. Diana Gillis is the listing agent. So make sure you check these out if you have interest in this community. Scott, what about financing?
So financing is a little bit difficult in a new construction condo development like this. So you just want to make sure who your lender is and if they're familiar with these types of projects. Generally, there are pre-sale requirements. We want a certain percentage sold. We're not only underwriting you, the borrower, but we also have to underwrite the financial stability of the condo association. So we just have to look a little bit deeper on these types of things, specifically for new construction.
So where that first building 65 is completely sold out and now they're under contract here. There's a bunch of units in here that are under contract.
It depends how the
does that
developer phases it, right?
Okay.
They could be separate phases. They could be separate entities. If you have interest, we can do a little bit of a deeper dive with you and check that out. But it's just a little different than traditional financing.
So the bottom line is, if you have interest, reach out to your professionals. Realtor, lending, any way you look at it, you need to be in touch with a professional so you can make sure that you're getting the proper information on what you're trying to move toward.
Yeah, and we know there's demand for these units. I believe one of them's already pending pre-construction. So we expect these to sell out. They look like they're almost ready, you know, within the year, maybe. Building timelines, you're never really sure. For more information, check us out. Scott Mertens, Luminate Bank, Lawa-Na McClellan, Keller Williams.
Thanks, guys. So this community is made up of a lot of little pockets. So we have Northfield Drive behind us, which are the townhomes, Sierra Hill Drive, which is the 55 plus detached condos, and 65 Point Place, where I recently sold that unit, which are all garden style condos. And those are all complete. And Scott, you had your hand in the financing on all of those, didn't you?
We've been lucky enough to work in most of these communities. The nice thing about them that makes it easier for financing is they are complete, right?
Yeah.
So we know what the financials look like. Sierra is much easier because they are detached condos, so we treat those like single family homes. Right behind us is Northfield. Those are attached homes, but complete, so very easy to finance. And then of course, 65 is their newest completed project. And now those are much more simple to purchase or refinance, depending what everybody needs to do. But yeah, a little different than 65 because it's under construction. But this community
under construction,
is still really accessible for conventional financing. You could get government financing in certain cases. But yeah, absolutely. We love working in this community. My office is a driver and a wedge from here. So it's really easy to get back if we need to.
Great. So guys, if you are in this community and you're seeking financing and this seems like a great fit for you, you should reach out to Scott at Luminate Bank. He's phenomenal to work with. I've had the pleasure of working with him for well over a decade, and a wealth of knowledge he is.
Thanks. Let's do it.